Yes.
You can start.
Okay. So, welcome everybody to Scope and Career Opportunities in Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering session. This is one of the most important event of ENTC department, and every year, as a alumni of KKW, I get so excited for this event. Because of this, I get to know what is going on in my industry in ENTC, and I can tell my other colleagues and my juniors about the same. So first of all, welcome all our panelists to this online webinar. Let's start. Okay, so my name is Akshada Patel. I'm alumni of KKW, and right now I am heading the tech department of ANO Media Private Limited. I will be moderating the today's panel discussion. So let's start with introduction of Mr. A.R. Chandrasekhar, sir. Sir, can you please? So, Mr. A.R. Chandrasekhar, sir, is consultant at Anuin ICT and AV. He is certified provider of comprehensive technical design consultancy service, specializing in high-end ICT, audio-visual and security solution. Based in Delhi, the company is renowned for its expertise in designing and implementing technology solutions across various sectors, including government, hospitality, and international market. Their scope include network infrastructure, smart city technologies, and integrated security system. Anuvin's notable projects include collaboration with prominent clients such as World Bank, Marriott Hotels, and Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs. Now, let's have an online felicitation of Mr. A.R. Chandrasekhar, sir. Hello, sir. Welcome to the panel discussion. Let's move towards SP Mahajan. Sir, can you please confirm whether Mahajan sir has joined?
Mahajan sir will join in like 5 minutes.
You can give the introduction.
You
Okay.
can give the introduction.
Okay. Mahajan sir belongs to ENTC department and he is from COEP, the Technological University from Pune.
Sir, I joined. Mahajan sir, I joined the session.
Okay. Sir, can you please turn the camera on, Mahajan sir?
Just wait a minute.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Sure, sure. Till then, I'll briefly introduce Mahajan sir. Dr. Srinivas Mahajan sir is an associate professor in ENTC and head Center of Excellence in Advanced Electronics Manufacturing. He is a senior member of IEEE, fellow IETE, member of ISTE. He has vast academic and research experience of 32 years. He is an expert member of AICTE UG ECE Model Curriculum Revision 2018 and 22 and also expert member of NBA team for accreditation. He has guided over 70 PG students and 5 students completed their PhD under his supervision and 4 are pursuing it. With 75 research publication, 1 book and 1 patent to his credit, his H index is 8 and 10 index and I10 index is 8. Under his tenure as head of ENTC department at COEP, Center of Excellence in Advanced Electronics Manufacturing received the generous donation of rupees 300 lakhs from Corporate Business House. So welcome to KKW panel discussion, sir. We will have an online felicitation for you. Welcome, sir. Let's move towards our next panelist, Mr. Ganesh Baviskar, sir. So, Baviskar, sir, have more than 20 years of experience in Crompton Greaves and GC, which is GC Global Private Limited, Nashik. Welcome to the panel discussion, sir. We will have felicitation. Now, Mr. Shirish Safekar, sir. Sir, can you please confirm if Safekar, sir, is here?
He will be joining soon. You can give
Okay.
it.
Sure, I'll give a brief introduction. Sir is director at Immersion Pune. So we will have an online felicitation for sir. Mr. Sachin Kulkarni, sir. Sir, can you please turn your camera on? Okay, thank you, sir. I will have a brief introduction now. Mr. Sachin Kulkarni, sir, is a leader in manufacturing operation with extensive experience at Siemens India and Siemens Germany. Known for his expertise in digitalization and lean coaching, Sachin sir has successfully managed end-to-end operations, including migrating manufacturing lines and setting up new facilities. His background in printed circuit board assemblies, industrial drives, and railway signaling products, combined with his strong financial and strategic skills, has driven operational excellence and productivity across diverse globe team. Sachin sir holds multiple degrees and extensive management course from prestigious institutions, underlining his commitment to excellence in manufacturing and business management. Welcome to the panel discussion, sir.
Thank you.
So now let's go to Mr. Arjun Oak, sir. Welcome, sir. I will introduce you. Mr. Arjun Oak, sir, have 24 years of experience in Crompton, and now he's business consultant in the same company. So welcome, sir.
Yeah.
Now we will have one video from our ENTC department. I'll play the video.
Hey, hi, I'm Electra. I belong to Electronics and Telecommunication family. We are friends since childhood. Don't you remember? The musical toys, blinking LEDs, or a remote controlled car were a magic for you, right? Actually, it was electronics. Uh-oh, your mom is calling. Electronics is there in your kitchen too. Not only at your home, but also at your father's workplace, electronics exist. Hey, buddy, look around. Right now, you are also surrounded by electronics. Let's go outside. Look, there we are. Apart from this, if you see on the larger scales, ENTC is there in security systems, in defense services, in space applications. It also has spreaded its roots in other non-technical sectors such as healthcare, e-banking services, agriculture, and many more. We are almost everywhere, and everywhere there are opportunities. You may continue in core industries such as Siemens, IBM, Cisco, or you can switch to software companies such as TCS, Infosys, Wipro, or you can take a right turn to government jobs. ISRO, BARC, DRDO, welcome ENTC engineers. Excited to know more? Come with me. Welcome to my home, Wagh Institute of Engineering, Education and Research, Nashik. So the Department of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering is one of the major departments in the institute that offers two courses. One, the bachelor's degree program with the sanctioned intake of 120. The other is postgraduate program having a specialization in VLSI and embedded system with intake of 18. The faculty members are the strongest pillars of ENTC department. They are experienced, well qualified, stable and dynamic who consistently work for students' academic as well as personal development. Here we provide the amazing facilities such as ICT classrooms, AV halls, departmental library, Wi-Fi enabled campus and many more. We have industry-sponsored labs too. ENTC department also encourages researchers. One of our project has got sanction of financial assistance of 1.5 crore. Talking about the placements, these are our recruiters. So ENTC is the only branch which offers a perfect combo package of learning hardware as well as software skills. During this COVID-19 global pandemic, the entire department has taken lot of efforts to create e-learning material in the form of PowerPoint presentations, videos on YouTube. They have written the blogs, Google Classrooms. So to make lectures interactive, ENTC department promotes innovative teaching and learning methods. So hurry up and grab this opportunity. We, the ENTC department of Wagh Institute, always welcome you. So when are you going to join? Hey, I'm waiting here for you.
So now we can start with the panel discussion. We had a brief introduction of ENTC department. Let's start with Dr. S.P. Mahajan. So, sir, first question for you is, which are the career opportunities for electronics and telecommunication engineer?
Hello, Mahajan sir. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah. So first of all, I would like to thank Chandwadkar sir, who is my friend and head of department of the Electronics and Telecommunication department, Morade sir, for organizing this event. Actually, I'm traveling and I'm in one meeting, but I said I will join the thing because I'm closely associated with the Wagh and I'm on their board of studies also and involved in the curriculum development also. And I'm very happy that this is an opportunity for me to interact with the 12th pass out student. Is it right?
Yes, sir, yes.
Yeah. So these are 12th pass out and many a times being a parent also, being a teacher also for more than 30 years and being work in admission committee, I'm aware of the dilemma in the mind of the students because many a times we are fascinated by the things which are going on and the people go towards the computer branch or maybe a computer and AI, AIDS, all those things. It's also a good thing. But in my, as a teacher, I worked for 32 years and many things I have seen the change. Maybe those who are in the 12th class, their parent might have observed few changes were there. Because before 2000, there is a major change in the communication what we observed. Before 2000, if you find every nook and corner, there will be STD, ISD, PCO corners were there. And then there was a wired communication. And the phones were used only for voice communication as such. And there were long queues for making a call from one city to other city. This generation is that way very smart generation. And nowadays we have phones which are smartphones. That's why generation which is appearing for the engineering now is also smart. And the major change what we can find is the mobile communication. Earlier we used to have a landline phones and very restricted numbers. And now we see the exponential rise in mobile communication. And what I feel is that mobile communication is the best example to start with because there should not be any dilemma between computer and communication. Because earlier days, when we used to work, people used to work on the computer network. At that time, they used to say that every computing device should communicate and every communicating device should compute. So computer should communicate and mobile should compute. Now, if you look at the thing, the roti, kapda, makan is an essential thing. In addition to that, you require internet also. Without internet, you cannot live. Without communication, you cannot live. Without mobile, you cannot live now. And if you want to know more about mobile communication, I will tell you the difference between computer and communication is going on reducing. The computing device will communicate. Otherwise, that computing device, whatever is there, is of no use. And each communicating device should compute. And nowadays, if you look at this, This is the era of information. How much time I have? Maybe 4 or 5 minutes. Can I discuss?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is the era of information. And those who are from electronics and telecommunication faculty, they know that information is measured in bits. And then what we want, earlier we used to use voice and text, but now we want to have the videos also. And all the information instantly we want. And that requires a large amount of data transfer, huge amount of data rate transfer over there. And always there is a trend for having a more and more number of users connected, more bandwidth required, more data rate required. And this is the complete area of the electronics and telecommunication. Without communication, you cannot survive. Without mobile, you cannot survive. And if you want to do any research over there, all the jobs, every time since inception, the trend was there to go for higher and higher transmitting frequency. And the advantage of having higher transmitting frequency is you can have a higher bandwidth. And if you have higher bandwidth, you can have higher data rates. And if you have higher data rates, you can multiplex many users. And it is reaching out many people. Have an internet, get it connected. And that's why only telecom is the branch I will tell you, which will allow you for the communication. And this communication, real-time communication, has opened a lot of avenues for the engineers. You might have heard the government initiative about 5G labs, 6G labs, and these are going to come. 6G will come by 2030. When you will pass out by your batch is now 24, you are admitted in 24, you will pass out in 28. That will be a very, very good time for a 6G communication. Real life, high-speed communication. Communication is the area where you are going to work. Another important thing you find, these people nowadays, all the communication, financial transaction, what we are doing is UPI based, no cash transaction we are doing. And all these transactions are possible because of the electronic communication over there. All these communications need to be a secured communication. And that's why there is importance of cyber security also. Encryption, decryption at various levels also. All these are the domains of electronics and telecommunication engineer. One more initiative has happened. Many a times the student think that whether I should take computer or ENTC. I will tell you, if you take ENTC, ENTC has become a mother branch nowadays. Earlier, electrical was a mother of ENTC. Now, ENTC is the mother of computer and IT, we can say. And the students who are working in ENTC, they don't have any problem in working in any fintech companies also. I have my own experiences. Many students have seen your basic background can be ENTC, but you do best in IT business also. You do best in fintech jobs also. That is one good thing. One more thing you should remember also while taking admission. Earlier admissions, before 2 years, you are having a BE or BTech in electronics and telecommunication. Now what has happened? We have a government has introduced new education policy, new national education policy, which itself is a multidisciplinary in nature. So that you can have a major degree in ENTC, minor in IoT, minor in computer, you can do simultaneously. So you can have the advantage of both the things. You cannot be only engineer in ENTC. You can have a flair of computer, flair of IoT, all those things you can do. So as rightly asked the question, there is a lot of scope. The first thing is very much scope in the research and area of the 5G and 6G. At the same time, you must be observing that the electronic hardware is keeping on reducing. And there is a scope for VLSI design over there. And the government is coming up with new initiative of semiconductor technology. And if you work in semiconductor technology, new industries are coming over here. And then if you become a good VLSI engineer, good hardware engineer, good embedded system engineer, because mobile is again one example of embedded system. So embedded system, VLSI, 5G, semiconductor technology, all these are the areas where ENTC engineer can work. And these are the core companies where you can work for that. And again, second thing, NEP will help you not only in understanding ENTC, but also various flavors of the computer also, IoT also, or any branch as per se of your choice. I think with this, I will start. Let other panelists discuss. Then I can join again if. Right.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And indeed, with the use of mobile technology, there is increasing need of ENTC engineers because we have both hardware and software knowledge as well. So thank you for the brief answer. Let's move towards the next question. So Mahajan sir, is there any scope for an electronics and telecommunication engineer in research?
Go to the next panelist. Sir will be joining later. He's traveling.
Sir joined.
Sir will be joining later.
Okay.
Can go to the next panelist.
Okay.
Bhaviskar sir will be joining soon.
Bhaviskar will joining later on, so you can go to the next.
Okay. So we will have one alumni feedback from the from Wagh.
Okay, you can
She's-
take first one panelist and then you
Panelist.
can show the video.
Okay. Okay. So let's move to Mr. A.R. Chandrasekhar, sir. So, sir, question for you is, do you think that electronics and telecommunication engineer is a perfect combo of hardware and software?
That's just a minute. Chandrasekhar, sir.
Sir, I think
Yeah. Am I unmuted now?
yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I hope I am audible to everybody.
Chandrasekhar, sir.
You're
Yeah.
audible.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Sir.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. First of all, let me thank Dr. Morade and the rest of the panelists as well for organizing this. And Akshada, I should be telling you that you are conducting the session in a wonderful manner. So congratulations to you for that. Let me give you an information that I am the first batch student of Wagh College of Engineering, right, from the 1985 batch, right? So I am there in the industry of electronics for the past 34 years. 20 years I had been working in various organizations like IBM. I'm also an ex-Siemens Information Systems Limited employee for almost 7 years. And 2010, I started my own consulting as Anovin ICT and AV consultants, where I am there as a consultant with World Bank for 13 countries, Asian Development Bank for 11 countries, WHO, World Health Organization for Southeast Asia Regional Office, and then United Nations organizations like UNICEF, UNDP, International Monetary Fund, International Finance Corporation, etc. So these are all some of the opportunities for an electronics engineer to go ahead with. So these are all the information that I wanted to give you about it. That's a great question, Akshada. I should really appreciate whether electronics and telecommunication engineering is a perfect combo of hardware or software. I really appreciate this question. I would add one more point to this as well. It's not just hardware and software. There is a third dimension to this, which is also known as networking, right? So apart from hardware and software, right, there is also a department, there is also an entity called networking, which is also important in this. Let me explain this in a very, very simple way, which will be easy for everybody to understand. You are speaking and I am able to listen, or vice versa. I am able to speak and you are able to listen. So that means that the moment you speak, the information is being processed into my mind and I am able to hear, and according to the query or question, I am able to answer back. So in simple way, if I say, all people seem to need data processing. Remember this sentence. This is your DNA and your blood group for electronics and telecommunication. All people seem to need data processing. What does this mean? When I say all people seem, just remember the first alphabet. A stands for application. People, P stands for presentation. Seems, S stands for session. Application, presentation, and session. This is software, right? Everybody is having a mobile phone. We say app download kar diya kya? The moment you say this, that means that it is an application that you are downloading. And you are seeing a presentation like the way we are currently. So there is a Wagh, emblem on the right side. There is a photograph. There is a, thing which is able to screen on the screen. That's what is presentation all about. And then sometimes, even when you are logging into the bank account and things like that, after a certain time, the session ends. That means the connectivity between you and the bank server is ending, right? So all these are related with software. All people seem to. When I say to, The T is for transportation. That means there is an information flow between you and me, right? That is what is networking, right? After that, you have all people seem to need data processing, N, D, and P. That is hardware. N for network, devices, right? All people seem to need data processing is data link layer, and P is the physical layer. That means that the electronics and telecommunication engineer has got scope in all these 7 words that I just spoke about. Anywhere the electronics and telecommunication engineer can fit in, right? So that's what the beauty is all about, that when we are connecting to a local area network, a wide area network, a metropolitan area network, or maybe smart cities. I have been consulting for 7 smart cities in India, and we have been speaking about IoT. It's not just IoT, we can even go to IoT, that is industrial IoT, information of things, Internet of Things, right? So that's what is the scope that is currently going on. We are talking about industrial development areas, right? Everywhere, these electronics fits in. And last but not the least, we have been speaking and learning in the college times about all the metals, carbon and everything, right? So we have been speaking about germanium, we have been speaking about silicon, right? That is what is the basis of electronics, silicon and germanium and things like that. So in due course of time, of course, the students will be learning about SCR, silicon controlled rectifiers, right? So what is the silicon controlled rectifier? That is being used in electrical engines today. Indian Railways is using it, right? So there is no end to electronics engineer, irrespective of the industry into which they wish to go for, right? Whether it is development, whether it is manufacturing, whether it is VLSI, very large scale integrations, there is no end to their scope.
That's very true, sir. And it was a very brief introduction with a very nice analogy. Thank you for the answer.
Thank you.
So the next question is, what is the scope of an electronics and telecommunication engineer in government sector?
Excellent question. Again, as I said, that the electronics and telecommunication engineer has got no market vertical. He can be in manufacturing, he can be in hospitality, he can be in, as Dr. Srinivas rightly said, that you can get into medical field, hospital field, hospitality field, any kind of a field as well. Government sectors, of course, yes. Let me answer this again in a simple way. Sky is the limit. When I say sky is the limit, I am talking about ISRO. You can go to Mars as well, right? So ISRO, Baba Atomic Research Center, ONGC, Power Grid Corporation, ECIL, EPIL, Rail India Technical Economic Services, RITES, Indian Railways Construction Company, IRCON, right? Any kind of a PSU, state government, central government, right? All these are open for governments, right? And not only that, there are also World Bank funded projects, Asian Development Bank funded projects. You being a government entity, you can, bring in those kind of resources and expertise for getting into government sectors as well, right? So there is no end to what is the market vertical in which an electronics and telecommunication engineer can work.
Okay, so it is a very nice quote by Albert Einstein that the only source of knowledge is experience. So when we search about ENTC, the future, so the very nice source of knowledge is the experience of people like Mr. A.R. Chandrasekhar sir, which we are getting today. So thank you so much for the answers. It was really eye-opening for the students and it will help them to decide the department. So we will now turn towards the video. Yeah. So this is video from one of my seniors who is now working in KPIT.
Hi, this is Bidita Paul. I'm a final year student at Wagh Institute of Engineering, Education and Research, Nashik. 4 years back, when I passed my 12th standard, it was clear in head what I wanted to do next. I wanted to pursue my career in electronics and telecommunication engineering. The only question I had in my mind is which college? My parents strongly wanted me to stay right here in Nashik, so I had to find a good college in Nashik. Like any other students, even I had some expectations from the institute. Like if I had to list it down, I would say I wanted my institute to be acknowledged one. It should have good faculty, good resources, and it should provide a good growth to my career. Wagh offered all of this. Wagh is an accredited college, which makes it an acknowledged one. In fact, the year I joined Wagh, it was marked as the 9th best college in Maharashtra. Why go out when the 9th best college in Maharashtra is present right here in Nashik? Secondly, Wagh is one of the oldest colleges in Nashik. The faculty over here is highly experienced and highly educated. The resources offered by Wagh is also up to mark. Rather that be institute libraries, departmental libraries, or the equipments in the lab. The facilities like gym and the sporting facilities are also up to mark. Talking about the growth that Wagh has provided to my career, well, as an individual, I wanted to have a job or placement by the end of final year, which I have now. A big role is being played by the department over here. Our department strongly believes in project-based learning. Not only the department, the institute and the training and placement cell made sure that we are industry ready by conducting various training sessions, guidance and seminars. Also, not only for students like me, but for those who wants to start something of their own, Wagh also runs an entrepreneur development cell for them. Various activities for students who want to pursue higher education or wants to study in abroad, various seminars are conducted for them as well. The good thing which I like about my department or the institute is that as our HOD quotes, we students are the true stakeholders of this institute. Complaints and suggestions are always welcome. The department ensures that it takes feedback on regular basis so that it can provide good quality education to all the students. Also, I would like to add on, I was the university rank holder in 3rd year, which was not individually possible by my own efforts, but also because of the professors, department, institute, which provided or played the role which it was supposed to do. Only because of that it was possible. Also, the department provided such an environment that it was less likely for us to get distracted. Undoubtedly, I am a proud student of Wagh and I'll continue to be even when I leave Wagh. That is Wagh from my side. Thank you.
That's indeed so relatable. As an alumni of Wagh, I can say that Wagh is an IIT of Nashik. When I tell my friends that I'm from Wagh, it's as good as IIT of Nashik. And as she mentioned that the faculties are so supportive, I just quickly want to share my experience. So I was a very bright student. I was topper, but I was not sure what to do in my career, and placements was coming, but I was not appearing for any placement. So that time, Rupali ma'am, Monde sir, they like scolded me, why you are a bright student, go at least try in the placement. So in first company which I applied, I got selected and I got a good project. So thank you, ma'am and sir. I'm really so blessed to have faculties like ENT, the faculties which we have in ENTC department. So let's move towards our next panelist, Mr. Sachin Kulkarni, sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So first question for you is, what are the opportunities for ENTC engineer in startups and entrepreneurship?
Okay, first of all, let me thank the ENTC team, Dr. Morade, Dr. Chanvarkar, for inviting me for this session. And Akshada, you are also doing a fantastic job. So it's a pleasure to speak with the 12th standard student and share my experience from the industry perspective. I'm also an alumni of ENTC or electronics at that time from Wagh. So I passed out from Wagh nearly 30 years now. This year it will be 30th year. And I can say with my qualification in electronics, I was able to explore a lot of facets of the industry. Uh, Today, I wanted to share like what are the opportunities for an ENTC engineer in the area of entrepreneurship when we speak about. So before jumping into it, I would like try and explain in a very simple words where does the electronics and telecommunication fit into the today's world or today's scheme of thing. So I think Mr. Chandrasekhar mentioned about IIoT. Yeah, it's industrial Internet of Things. Now, this is something which has been fueled by a huge progress that has happened in last 10 years in the area of electronics, telecommunication, computers, and the convergence of all these technologies has led to an industrial revolution like we have seen in last 10, 15 years. Now, what does this mean in a very simple terms? So, uh, when we speak about connected devices, connected machines, connected robots on a manufacturing area, all these things bring in a lot of productivity to the manufacturing world. But at the core, this is based on a good, I would say, good electronics engineers who are actually able to design these systems. And these are all applications which are not readily available in the market. So this actually opens up a big opportunity for the students who would like to have their own business in the future. So on one side, you are trained as an engineer in electronics, in communication, which opens up a lot of fields for you. And then you have a industry where there are problems to be solved and these technologies to be applied. Now, ENTC gives this opportunity because it, as I think somebody said, that this is now a branch which is kind of a mother branch for computers, computer sciences, and it's very true. Being a good electronics engineer, and when you look at a problem in an industry, problem in a manufacturing, you can always think at the back of your mind, how can I provide a solution to this? And with ENTC engineer, there are a lot of opportunities to integrate different technologies to provide this solution. It can be as simple as tracking various things on a manufacturing shop floor. So if there are, say, different goods which are being manufactured, it's a big task to manage the whole production activities. Now, if somebody, a bright engineer, can come up, pick up good technologies and provide a solution, it provides an immense opportunity for starting a own business. And I have seen this very closely. Like when we want to have some solutions, we work with startups, we work with a small, fresh engineers, a small team of fresh engineers who can provide us the solution. So it's like jointly we create solutions for the industrial requirements. Uh, One side is about the technical capabilities, and I'll just say a few things about starting the own business. So we also, during this 4 year of education, and when I was last time in Wagh, I saw this, that there are a lot of things available in Wagh where they support the entrepreneurship skills as well. So it's about having a thought process which is business oriented, thought process where there is the ability to think strategically, go out to the industry, look at their problems, collaborate with them, bring new technology and give solutions. And in the process, a very good businesses can be built up. And one way of looking at it is to have good marks in engineering and get a good job. Other way of looking at it is to use all the technical capability, create businesses and provide job opportunity for the others. So I would say, in my opinion, electronics and telecommunication engineering offers immense potential or opportunities to be a businessman in the future. That's
Very true, sir. And also in the department, there was a entrepreneurship development cell when I was studying, and that helped me so much to develop leadership skills and other soft skills which are required to build a startup and be an entrepreneur. So department also focus on the overall development of the candidate and not just academic development. So thank you
there
for the
you go.
answer.
We have an example here. Yeah.
Yes. So next question is how to choose a right college in engineering admission process.
Yeah. I think that's one question. Being a father myself, I know how we deal with this question, but uh, I would say there are few key pointers that should be looked at when you select an engineering college. Of course, the reputation of the college is important, but at the same time, it is about the complete ecosystem that we have that in the college. It's about the infrastructure, it about the professors and the reputations, which in KK it's a great asset that to have. Then what all facilities the college provide for the students to try out different things? What are the opportunities available, the guidance available for the students to do it? And yeah, I would say these are the most important aspects. Another thing is also institution being autonomous in nature. So they have a possibility to quickly adapt to the changing requirements of the industry, of the market, or the outside world. And it gives the flexibility to the colleges, to the institutions to adapt the syllabus, to adapt the structure of the course. And then now it's coming up in India as well, that where you have a possibility to major in a particular subject and then take up other supporting subjects which helps to achieve your own dreams. So wherever the college or institution have this possibility of providing this becomes these are good colleges, I would say. So these are kind of attributes should be looked at while thinking about an engineering college or admission process during the admission process. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, sir. So let's move towards next panelist. We'll have one panelist and then we can go towards the video. So Mr. Arjun Oak, sir. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you.
So the question for you is, what can one do in the 4 years of engineering graduation to be a successful professional?
Akshita, I honestly thank you and the KK College of Engineering, Nashik, for giving me this opportunity to communicate and then talk to the 12th past students. And I think it's a very good initiative taken by KK College of Engineering, because when students pass out the 12th standard, then it is very difficult for them to choose the line, whether it's engineering or medicines or something else. But then again, within the engineering, which stream again, electronics, mechanical. So there are a lot of questions those arise in front of the students. But if you really ask me that if the student decides to get into engineering college, because I'm specifically talking to the students who are trying to get into engineering colleges, because our topic is related to engineering college, KK College of Engineering. So uh, my very honest opinion and very honest advice to all the students who have passed out in 12th and now they are going in for admission for an engineering college, that they must have their own commitment. I think that's the first very important thing. Whichever stream they choose, they should be very committed to learn very sincerely all the topics, all the different subjects what are covered under that stream. So irrespective of the branch, I think the student must have show a lot of interest in learning process, because ultimately what is happening is when you come out of this after 4 years, when you come out of the engineering college and then get into an industry, the students are likely to get exposed to a different environment. And as it is, what we see is 12th, passing out 12th and getting into a engineering side, that itself, it's a big shift as far as the learning process is concerned, the academics is concerned, the education system is concerned. So engineering is more of applied science, I think, as compared to what we study in 10th and 12th. So the entire approach towards engineering has to be changed. So that students must keep in mind that they will have to change their approach of towards the study. They must also get engaged into the various activities which college initiates in during the curriculum, or during the 4 years of 4 years of their graduation. Out of which, first thing is when the colleges extend hands-on training to the students, or they involve students into mini projects, micro or say semi projects, and then bigger projects, then students should take the advantage of those opportunities what the college extends to them, and they should sincerely work towards that and get maximum use out of it, and get the benefit from that activity, whatever they do it. So they must carry on the trainings, they must conduct the trainings, they must undergo trainings, I would say. They should also get involved into projects, complete their projects, not only leave. I mean, it is a tendency of the students to initiate the projects and then leave it in between, and then just look at the project as from the marks point of view. So do not keep that approach. So give your full-hearted efforts to complete that projects. Get involved into extracurricular activities of the college. May it be a project competition, it can be another seminars. Try to present yourself, learn these communication skills by doing various activities in the college. Multidisciplinary approach. I mean, do not restrict yourself to a branch, restricted by the branch. So cross the limits and then go beyond that. And I'm again emphasizing that students must improve onto their communication skills, because this is how that's the most important part. I think if you're not able to communicate, if you're not able to present yourself, then it's a big loss for the students. So all these points students will have to keep into their minds. And I think if they keep all these points in their minds, and again, my advice is that show complete commitment to the course. Do not complete the course just because you want to clear all the subjects, but make use of that subject, try to understand, try to go to the depth of the subject. Do not leave the fundamentals beside. Try to understand the fundamentals, and irrespective of the faculty, irrespective of the branch, whatever you have, uh, do not restrict yourself to that branch. As I said, cross the boundaries of the branch and then go beyond that, so that you will be a complete engineer. Because whenever we look at the engineer is always a full engineer. I mean, I as an engineer cannot give any excuse that this is a mechanical drawing and I am not able to understand this mechanical part. So fundamentals we must do by heart. That's my advice to all the students who have passed 12th. And to be a successful, I say, to be a true professional, I would say success is I mean, success is very it is very what I don't have a word for it, but success is very difficult to say what is success, define success. For a different person, success meaning definition of success can be different. So I would say that students must turn themselves into a true professional. Success comes, success goes, that doesn't mind, but you should give your 100% to your whatever you are doing a job, you are doing your course, you are studying, you are appearing for examination, you are appearing for the projects, but you give your 100%, that's all. And then let the success follow you.
I totally agree. And just as sir said, that cross your boundaries and cross your limit. The department gives so much opportunities to be a part of various projects, various activities, and take care of the soft skills and personality development. So yes, thank you for the advice, sir. I'm sure a lot of students will be benefited. So the next question for you is, what is the scope for semiconductor industry? What is the scope for semiconductor industry in India?
So yeah, I mean, it's a very nice question and very relevant question in the current context, because India is going from a developing country to a developed country. And the dream is that India will be a developed country in 2047, which is 100 years after our independence. So semiconductor industry is often considered or hailed as a backbone for all the modern electronics gadgets what we have, and it is very important as far as the economical growth of our country is concerned. So semiconductors play a very crucial role, I believe, uh, in the field of automotive, in the field of communication, in the field of electronics, space, may it be space applications and all. So because semiconductor industry is very key, very important for the modern electronic industry, and it's a backbone, India is aiming to become a significant player in the field of semiconductor manufacturing. And that is how the entire thing is going to change from now onwards till 2047. I mean, if we really look at the government of India right now, Indian government is sanctioning the projects worth 1.25 lakhs crores rupees. So government is ready to invest into this solar, not solar, this is semiconductor industry, for the semiconductor industry. And this project is the project which is coming up in Swanand, that is by Micron in company, and that company is already started their research and development, and they have already taken the land in Gujarat, and it's a big project coming up. There are a lot of opportunities for the jobs getting opened up, and it will be a very special job for electronic students mainly. So this branch of electronics and telecommunication, if the student really work on it, and they will have a lot of opportunities to in the field of semiconductor industry, because semiconductor industry designs the it starts from the fabrication of the semiconductor to processing the semiconductor, designing the semiconductor, and then testing a semiconductor, converting it into a chip. So electronic engineering is going to be a very crucial, and I mean, I see a very big potential for the electronic students in this. And it is predicted that potentially 3 lakh job opportunities are going to get opened from 2024 to 2027. So right now it is good opportunity for the students to get the knowledge of these processes. Now the important challenge in front of all of us is, how do we train, or how do we give knowledge to these students as far as this semiconductor industry is concerned, because the technology is not known to us yet. So we are still dependent on Taiwan and China's. And if you really see, Taiwan holds a stake of 60% in the semiconductor industry, and Chinese hold 31% hold stake in the semiconductor industry. And so this much market is there. So it is the dream of our Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, that we should grab this opportunity and become main hub as far as the semiconductor industry and electronic industry is concerned. So efforts are being put on by our government. Government is providing a lot of subsidies. They are providing a lot of infrastructures, testing laboratories, special concessions for startups. So there are a lot of things coming up for this industry. And I think the expected growth is around 15%, 14.9% year on year till 2032. So, I mean, there is a very bright future I see as far as the semiconductor industry is concerned. And I think entire nation is looking for a Vikasit Bharat or developed Bharat in 2047. So I think it's a good opportunity for all the students to learn these techniques, understand the technology, and get ready for the jobs which will get opened up in the coming years. And the main challenge in front of all these industries will be good talent, availability of the talent. Talent hunt and talent search will be a big challenge. And for that, I think that the college also should look into this and maybe add some subjects and into their syllabus so that they will make the students ready by the time industry gears up.
Thank you so much, sir. As an expert, you very nicely simplified the concept of semiconductor and its growth in future and what's going on in semiconductor industry.
Yeah.
So thank you for the brief answer. Now let's move towards the video.
So,
What we can do, instead of video, we can have the question answers. There are some questions in the chat box. The panelists will answer.
Hi, I'm Balwant, working with ST Micro.
Go to the next slide. Next. Yeah, now you can ask the question.
Sure. Okay, so question from Gayatri is, ENTC branch involve a combination of both software and hardware component. How can we effectively manage learnings and balancing both these areas? Additionally, as we move forward in our career, how should we decide which area to prioritize or specialize in?
So the panelist can answer the question. Yes, Chandrasekhar sir, will you please answer this question?
Sorry.
Akshita, can you repeat this question?
Yes, sure. So the question is, ENTC branch involve a combination of both software and hardware component. How can we effectively manage learning and balancing both these areas? Additionally, as we move forward in our career, how should we decide which area to prioritize or specialize in?
Oh, that's a great question, because this is a very, very confusing area where the children of today's world, they really wish what is the path to be taken. It totally depends upon the interest of the child. If I say that if we wish to enter into the managerial positions where we wish to lead a team of officers or team of engineers or maybe scientists under us, right? So then we should look for that kind of a path. And as I said in the beginning, that you have hardware, you have software, you have today we are talking about gaming is a big thing. Of course, it's not so famous in India, but you do have a lot of I would say gambling places in abroad, and similar kind of a thing. Gaming is again one of the important things, wherein there is a lot of software development that happens, and the data processing happens in a very, very high way. So those are the places where the people would be interested in. And those who wish to get into the manufacturing or maybe the processing of or development of the technology for say, like the way we say that we have been talking about an era where there were no mobile phones which was available. I'm talking about the period before the 90s and before the 2000s, right? So there were no mobile phones. So today, even a rickshaw puller is having two mobile phones, and that too he is having Spotify and Ghana.coms in his mobile phone. Even the rickshaw puller is having all those applications. So India is one of the countries who is today the highest user of internet. So as the industry grows, as the need grows, what is currently happening is, unfortunately or fortunately, we are forcing the mobile industry to develop 3G to 4G and 4G to 5G, and maybe in due course of time next year we might also come up with 6G and 7G. So it's not a surprise to us, because the need has been increased by us only. The need is the mother of invention, right? So that's what is currently happening. So with that, what is happening is, over a period of time, all these things are going to have a very, very long road. And electronics is something which is a never-ending thing. We are talking about computers, we are talking about computer science, the applications development. You have Cobra, you have Python, all the snakes are there in computers, right? So, so the objective is that when we are talking about computers, what is sitting inside a computer is electronics, right? So that's what is the in thing. So we do have opportunities everywhere.
Okay. Thank you for the answer, sir. I hope, Gayatri, you got the answer. So there is one next question from Sakshi. What is the scope of ENTC engineer in RFID?
Oh, excellent. That's a great question. Who is this? Sakshi Chavan.
Yes.
Wow. I love you for asking this question. Right. I am also a National Highway Authority of India consultant and state highway consultant. Now you will be wondering, what is an electronics and telecommunication engineer doing in highways? Because the moment we say highways, we know only about the roadways and the beautiful smooth roads that are going in. But yes, there are lots of electronics in the highways. How? You might have seen toll plaza between Bombay and Igatpuri, and Igatpuri to Nashik, and Nashik to Mumbai and all. The toll plaza has a lot of electronics in it. How do we do that? Everybody is having a FASTag on their cars. That FASTag is actually working on an RFID, radio frequency identification card. And for your information, in 1985, my project was RFID. Today, when I made an RFID working condition, right? When I made an RFID in working condition, the RFID chip was the size of a laptop. That was my project, for your information, right? Because that was the project of my final year. Applications of tag that is basically, we did not have the word RFID in those days. So the project was applications of tag was the project name. That is nothing but RFID. So we do have radio frequency IDs. If you go to metros, you have a RFID card. The RFID technology has also migrated to something called as NFC, right? Near field contact, right? The RFID is of two technologies. One is RFID, which has got a minimum distance of 3 meters to 5 meters, right? So you can even the credit cards today is having something like tap, right? So that is nothing but RFID. You have this on credit cards as well. Debit cards and credit cards, they have tag. That's RFID. So there is no end to what I want to convey here is, there is no end to what you want to do, right? So I'll tell you one of the applications which I am using in a manufacturing unit. It is a bottling plant where they are making Coca-Cola, Fanta, and Limca and things like that. I am using RFID in those places. What I'm doing is, there is a conveyor belt, and that is having all the bottles of Coca-Cola, Fanta, and Limca on it. each and every bottle is having an RFID. There is an RFID reader. The moment it reads that it is a Coca-Cola bottle, it goes left side. If it is a Fanta bottle, it goes to the right side. And if it is a Limca bottle, it goes straight. So it goes to different packaging units where the Coca-Cola, Fanta, and Limca are getting separated out, and it is all automated. It is all automated. So like that, even the farmers today can use RFID. When I say farmers, what are they going to do? They are taking the goats, buffaloes, and the cows and the sheep for grazing. When they come back, they are having an RFID count of how many animals have been taken out after grazing, which animal has been lost. So there is an RFID tag to each and every animal. The farmer is able to know that these are the cows which have come back and this cow is missing. So which cow? Obviously, you cannot identify the cow by the face, right? So all these are having RFID on them, right? So that's what even the farmer can use an RFID.
That's an excellent answer. And also, sir told about NFC. One of my friends started a company with NFC card where rather than the physical card, I just have to tap my digital card, NFC card on the phone, and all my information gets saved in his phone. So one of my classmates from ENTC started this business. So yeah, RFID have a lot of scope. So let's move towards next question. This question is from Anurag. Is pursuing higher education like a master degree or PhD recommended in this field, or is gaining practical experience more valuable?
Yes, that's a good question, because there is always a confusion once we finish the engineering, and obviously there is same goes with finishing your doctorate as well. I mean medical doctor as well. So what we intend to do is, should I start earning immediately, or should I go for higher education? This is always a question. Even my kids are also having the same question: should I go for a job or should I go for higher education? Right. The question here is, what is it? What is your economical position? That is very important. If in case you are the only earning member of the family, or there is a dependency that you need an income, then I would recommend that you go for a job, get some experience, and then go for higher studies, because today higher education is available online as well. And there are also higher education available for working professionals post the office hours, or maybe even during the weekends. So if we want money immediately after our education of basic degree, right? So let me tell you, I am an engineer and I am the least educated in my family. My two daughters and my wife, they are all double degree, double masters, right? I am an ordinary engineer, right, working for the past 34 years, but my daughters are double degree, double masters. The reason being that they are interested in further studies. Same goes over here, that the moment you wish to go for higher studies, that's an advantage, because once you start getting into the earning mode, then over a period of time, you don't wish to go back to opening your books, right? So it basically depends upon the person and the economic phase in which they are or their family is. So based on that, we'll have to take a call. And especially for the ladies, for example, most of the family, they wish to get the girl married before 27, before 26, and things like that. And today's generation, there is no specific foundation as far as the marriageable age is concerned. So every individual, irrespective of whether a male or a female, they wish to stand on their own legs, first of all. They wish to settle down, first of all, right? The olden days, we say that, okay, as soon as the girl is 21 or 22, you get the girl married. Today, that's not the scenario. The girl wants to earn, the girl wants to be an independent individual having their own identity. Otherwise, you will not be finding any Nirmala Sitharaman or any Indira Gandhis in our country. If everybody gets married at their particular age, you will not have any Nirmala Sitharamans or any Indira Gandhis in our country. Everybody would have been married. right? So that's what it is. So it basically depends upon what is the goal that we wish to achieve as far the family's economic condition is concerned.
Thank you for the insight, sir, and thank you for the motivation that every individual, especially girls, should stand on their feet. And unless, how can someone become the motivational figure? Okay, so let's move towards the next question. What is the scope of an ENTC engineer in latest gaming in GPU design and AI integrated chips?
Anybody who wants to take this question, or shall I?
Okay, Chandrasekhar ji, you can answer this.
Wonderful.
Because of the time constraint, the
Yeah.
panelists have.
Absolutely, I'll take it up.
Okay.
See, let me talk about AI and gaming as well. Of course, I'll talk about gaming as well, right? So there are a current generation who is into gaming. Now, gaming can be fun if you are just using the gaming platform. But at the same time, today you are having, all the cricketers, right? All the cricketers, they have their own, dream11.com, this.com, that.coms. Why are they getting into gaming when they are a, cricket player, MS Dhoni or Virat Kohli or, Rohit is into gaming? Why are they having these kind of platforms? Because there is a tremendous amount of revenue behind this, right? There is a tremendous amount of revenue behind this. So those who wish to, have a line which is, long chain application that is being developed, and you keep on developing on that, yes, you can get into that line as well. And not only this, I'll give you another example of AI, artificial intelligence. If I talk about say a video wall, or maybe I would say, let me put it this way, a museum, or maybe an entertainment park, right? Artificial intelligence can get into there. You have something called as AR, VR, right? That is augmented reality and virtual reality, right? That means that there is a software which there is an application also which we have been able to develop, and it has been implemented. So let us assume that there is a video of Mahatma Gandhi and the Dandi March going on, which is in 1930s and 1940s, which is a black and white video. There is a camera which is facing me, and I am a color input, right? My input is embedded into the camera. That means I am walking along with Mahatma Gandhi. Only I am the person in color, but the rest of the people are in black and white. That is what is augmented reality. That is what is virtual reality, right? So in virtual reality, you might have seen a lot of videos coming up in the WhatsApp things and all, wherein I am walking and along with me there is a dinosaur walking. That's something luring for the children to view, that you have animals like lions and buffaloes and tigers and all running along with you. So that is augmented reality and virtual reality, right? So artificial intelligence is also there in metadata. So today metadata is also an in thing, right? So all the people who are pursuing electronics and telecommunication, computer science, and all these things, there is not only the servers which is actually holding the data, but apart from holding the data, that also needs to be storaged. How much of information can be stored in a server? Not much. Over a period of time, after say 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, that data is getting into a storage box, right? Like the way we carry it in a pen drive or a hard drive. And how much of data are you going to put it into the storage drive? Beyond the storage, there is another thing called as archival of solution, right? It is not just servers. After the server, you have storage. After the server, you have archival solution. For example, Doordarshan of India. Do you think they are having all the information starting from the day the Doordarshan was invented or Doordarshan came into picture, black and white, and all the serials and all the news channels, everything is being is archived. All right, it is not in the server. A few of the information which is just past 1 year is in the server, past 5 years is in the storage, and past 50 years, right, or maybe 100 years, maybe the speeches given by Jawaharlal Nehru or maybe Mahatma Gandhi and Vallabhbhai Patel, right, Veer Savarkar, all these are black and white. So they are all in the archival solution, right? So you need electronics everywhere.
Correct. That is a very insightful answer, sir.
So, Akshada,
Huh?
because of the time constraint, we'll stop here only.
Yep.
If the questions are there, we'll send to the panelists. Okay. And then they will give the answer, right?
Sure.
Okay.
So whatever are the questions, so you can propose a vote of thanks to all of these. Mr. Chandrasekhar also, and actually we met in Delhi, and at that time, our actually after long times our discussion takes
Absolutely
place,
fine, sir. Absolutely
and
fine.
he
And in
committed
fact,
to me join the session.
no, absolutely. Today
huh.
I am currently speaking to you from Jhansi, right?
Jhansi.
Which is
Yeah,
Jhansi. So
right,
there is a project, Bundelkhand Industrial Development Area.
right.
Right. So I am there as a consultant with them. And as Mr. Sachin Kulkarni was talking about today in the morning, that there is a lot of opportunities for the entrepreneurs and for the newcomers who are just pass outs of engineering, right? So this is a project of 2,300 hectares which is coming up.
Okay. It's
Right. So 2,300 hectares is being developed. So the Indian government as well as globally, there is so much of things happening. So we are, needing a lot of electronics engineers for these kind of projects. And there is a tremendous amount of scope of, employment which is opening up irrespective of the industry.
Yeah, definitely. So I thanks to
my best wishes to all the attendees who have been listening to me very patiently for all my blabbering, right? So I would really appreciate that. Yes, being the first batch student of KK College of Engineering, Nashik, I would surely recommend, KK being an exceptionally excellent institute, and electronics and telecommunication is, of course, my passion, right? So obviously, I am very dear to electronics and telecommunication, so I will surely vouch for that.
So thank you for Mr. Chandrasekhar and all the panelists. That is Archon Oak, then Mahajan sir from COEP, then the Bhaviskars, because of the unavoidable circumstances, he is not able to join the meeting actually. And so we'll end the session. Thank you for all the party against for the Sachin Kulkarni also. Akshada, can we stop now?
Yes, sir. I will give an official vote of thanks. So, first of all, I wanted to thank all the panelists, Mr. A.I. Chandrasekhar sir, for answering all the doubts and be so patient with us and giving lot of expertise and knowledge. Panelist Dr. Srinivas Mahajan sir, Ganesh Bhaviskar sir, Sachin Kulkarni sir, and Mr. Archon Oak sir. Thank you so much for this eminent panelist panel discussion. Thank you so much, Morade sir and Dongare sir, for the session and giving me opportunity to be the moderator for this session. And I want to thank our HOD, Dr. D.M. Chandwadkar sir, for taking so much efforts to organize such session in the department. Thank you so much. On this note, we are ending the panel discussion.
Thank you so much. Thank you.